This is Cheap Ass Statue Collector here, and today I've got a really cool statue with me, the Hulk Gladiator PF edition. So this is really sick. I just got it in tonight. I did the unboxing. Kind of tired, but you know, I'm gonna power through this. I'm gonna do a review on this piece right here. Yeah. So first things first, I wanted to bring up this little guy. He's one of my favorite little statues. Scar versus the Silver Surfer, part of the comic line, the whole comic line, where he gets shipped out into space and he starts getting pissed off that he's in space when he wakes up, and the Hulk crashes in. The Hulk smashes up his ship. It sends him off course, and he goes to a planet where they capture people like him, big creatures, big monsters, and they have them fight, the Gladiator style, hence the Gladiator Hulk. What I wanted to do is compare these two statues while I do the review. But before I do the review, let's go ahead and check this out. This is premium format, so there's a leather and cloth in here. Most of it is sculpted. This is a Versus statue, and it is all sculpted. And you can tell a big difference, especially within this guy's legs right here. The leggings, you can tell, are painted in, and this is sculpted, right? Doesn't really, they try to make it look like leather. It looks good, but this is where premium format statues really go, I think, above and beyond just a regular statue. So the main difference that I noticed too is the shield. There's a lot more details in this shield than in this one. I need to go ahead and look at the cover, or the comic book cover, and see. I think there's probably different story lines or different parts in the story where he might have different type of armor, different shields. The hat is different as well. That has feathers, and this is more of a Trojan warrior type style. And the other difference, if I pull him out, is the face sculpts are a little bit different. If you go and look at the comic book Hulk versus Silver Surfer, there's a cover of them actually fighting in this same exact pose. Silver Surfer's put away. So this is very much representing that cover and that time in the story, this sculpt of this Hulk. But I still love these little statues. While everyone else is selling them to get other bigger statues, guess what? I'm keeping these because this is what I like. I'm not jumping ship because everyone else is. I love these things. I don't get bored of looking at these. I will get bored of looking at this. I will never get bored of looking at these statues. So while I got my snob out, let's go ahead and review the statue. So what I used to do back in the day, you guys, is I used to look at a few categories of things that I would like to grade. And the first thing I like to grade is the pose. The pose on this thing is epic. Epic, let's say. It's a really badass pose. How about that? That might describe it a little bit better. Because he's not, I guess it's not epic, right? He's not really doing anything. He's just standing there. It's very much a museum pose. But it's a badass museum pose, right? It's kind of like what I think about the Wonder Woman premium format statue. A lot of people like the newer one that's coming out, but guess what? Her with the lasso and stuff, it's a weak pose. That's a badass pose, right? So it's a badass pose. It really is. He's standing straight up. It shows the height of a Hulk, right? It's really awesome. A lot of Hulk statues, he's like this or like that, or fighting like this, or doing some weird pose. This one is him just standing, and it just shows his size of a character. So I like that. I like that a lot. I used to give grades, but fuck grades, right? Who the fuck cares? It's a badass statue. If I had all the money in the world, I'd buy every statue that I just liked, but I don't, so I have to be nitpicky. So the next thing that I want to talk about, you guys, is the paint apps. The paint apps are really nice on this statue. I just noticed his nipple. That was weird. I guess he's got a nipple too. Okay. This one is definitely more detailed. This nipple is got, you know, definitely some more details and different coloration on it. Let me get back on topic. The paint apps are nice. There's definitely a lot of little extra. It's not just one green, and there's definitely some different yellows in there. It looks like, I don't know, I'm not an artist, right? It's definitely more than just green. This one looks like it's green with a dark shading into the muscle tones. This one also has that dark shading in the muscle tone, but also has a light shading, light colors added to the top of the muscles, to really make it pop and make it even more defined than he already is. Now the shield is pretty simple. It's like a bronze shield. Same with his armor and his helmet. So it's nothing really special, but that's how he is supposed to look. The base is a light base. It's pretty simple base. There's nothing too crazy or exciting about that. The arm is really cool. From the back, I can take the shield off. Let's go ahead and do that. No, I don't want to take the shield off. It's a beat up armor. It's not like the King Hulk where it's all nice and pretty. It's damaged, it's weathered. I like that a lot. And it's different colors, and it's not as bright and shiny, so it's really cool. The sword is pretty awesome. It's got all these scars, dents, and dings in it. It's so cool. It definitely has character to it. It adds character to it. And his face, again, like his body, is detailed with a lot of light coloration and dark coloration to really make his face pop. The sculpt details, you guys, it's amazing because everything is damaged and weathered. So there's all these little cool little details inside the piece, which I appreciate. His fingers look cool. They look weathered. They look like an old man's hand, which looks really cool. There's a lot of little wrinkles in it. I like that. I dig that. You know, this feels like plastic. The feathers. I guess that's so it doesn't break as easily, which is cool. I'm cool with that. The face sculpt, I think, is amazing. He's pissed off. He looks mad. I think they just knocked it out with that. It's an awesome face sculpt. It's so cool. Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm really happy that I actually picked up this statue. I've been on the fence for this for a while. But now that I have it in hand, I'm really enjoying it. The leather, see, it's not even leather. I called it leather. It's sculpted, but it looks like leather. It looks so awesome. It's so good. So the sculpt details are amazing. The back of his arm here, where the metal protective armor, right, is also, his arm is also not just wrapped with that armor, the metal armor, it's wrapped with some type of chainmail or something, right? And it's, the way they sculpted it is they have it like hanging off, right? So it's not perfectly wrapped around his arm, which I like. It's really cool. By doing that though, it does kind of look a little bit sloppy on the top up here of his shoulder. It's kind of hard to tell what it looks. It's kind of hard to distinguish that it's some type of chainmail, right? That's the issue. That's the nitpick that I would say. Now let's talk about the price. And majority of these, it's really hard to tell on eBay because there's a lot of people that will sell stuff to their other account to make it look like they actually sold the piece for $1,000. And then there's other people that have this statue sold on bids alone, right? And they're a lot lower than those buy it now prices. So those are kind of iffy when you guys look at those prices on eBay. Just keep that in mind. This thing has sold from 1,000 to 700, right? So if you could get it under 800, do it. It's worth it, especially if you've been dying to get this statue. It's definitely worth it then. So if you can get it for around the MSRP price or a little bit higher than that, you know, what you would have paid for shipping, then get it. It's a good statue. Don't wait. So he's a one-off. I'm not switching and going to Marvel. Sticking with my DC villains and my DC heroes. This is one of my favorite characters, the Hulk. I think it's everyone's favorite character, right? Hulk smash. But this storyline of the Hulk is one of my favorite storylines, and he is so badass. It's one of the biggest statues that I have. I went ahead and measured him. He is 30 inches, just under 30 inches tall, and he's extremely wide. That said, you guys, that's it. That's my review. That's my take on the Gladiator Hulk. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have this statue, if you guys are going to plan on picking this up, I would definitely do it. Spend all your money on it. Do it. Make your wife mad or your girlfriend mad at you that you picked up the Hulk. But with that said, you guys, I am out of here. Thanks. Peace.